Today, Thursday, the 1st of May 2025, we have some handpicked event to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our handpicked events, especially the games we share to members only, in terms of our handpicked games on corner kicks and goal probability, as well as having access to the bet tickets we share to members only, to take your winning to the next height, then you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan as well as the Level 3 Master plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. We also provide top-notch tutorial classes to members only. And of course, in this list of games, we have a total of 10 plus events, but as we always know, we are going to share 5 of our top games with you, and the remaining events will be accessed by those that have membership package plan. Therefore, for you to be having access to all our handpicked events, you want to make sure to be at least a member of the Level 2 Pro membership package plan so that you are going to have access to all our handpicked events as well as the bet slip ticket we shared to start taking your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, let's proceed to the games we have with you today. But before we proceed, we want to say congratulations based on yesterday's event, for the win rate was excellent. Of course, today is Friday. I will not want to go back to share all the events with you, but of course you can check it out from the last video we just released. And without wasting time, before we proceed to the games of today, let's look at, we have some quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, this section titled as the home tab, you're going to see that we have the members only videos, and here we provide match prediction to members only in terms of our top 10, top 15, top 7, top 5 in terms of the event we always release based on corner kick games, goal probability, straight wins, to take your winning to the next height. Therefore, you want to make sure to have membership package plan to have access to members only videos and match prediction picks. Also, if you become a member, assuming you're a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you also have access to Level 2 Pro classes, which will give you access to the live match corner kick strategy shared to members only of the Level 2 Pro. You also have access to the simple trick we use to make consistent win, never seen match prediction strategy we have explained step by step, straight win and comeback strategy that will amaze you, tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for members only of the Level 2, as well as the 99% win rate strategy that you can take advantage of it. Once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro, you're also going to have access to all of these top-notch video tutorial classes in one place. The link is below this video. So you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan and go directly to watch all of these top-notch tutorial classes and start implementing them to take your winning to the next level. But if you access or become a member of the Level 3 Master, you also have access to Level 3 Master classes. This will give you access to the excellent corner kick strategy reviewed, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight wins, the game changer corner kick strategy that reveal the top secret site we use to find events in terms of that is in terms of corner kick events, followed by the 6 amazing AI tool we use, the home and away win match prediction strategy explained step by step, and the 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. So all of this video tutorial is in one place from the link below this video. So once you become a member of the Level 3 Master Plan, you have access to Level 3 Master classes as well. Of course, to those of you who want to access some video tutorial for free, if you come here to the front page of our channel here, you want to locate this area titled as the video tab and click on it directly. Once you do that and you start to scroll across this page, you will discover a lot of tutorial classes or tutorials we have for free, which you can watch and start to take advantage of it. For example, you can see this one here titled as the top 5 prediction apps being compared. We have compared some of the best and top 5 prediction apps. You can take advantage of it and see some of the features we have compared to see how you can use it at your advantage. We have another one which we have titled it, as you can see here, the 5 expert tips for picking winning matches or soccer games. We have explained some of the tips for you which you can use at your advantage. You want to make sure to locate it and watch this video tutorial to the end to learn some of the tips and strategy we have shared. Also, we have another one which we have titled it as 5 hidden Sofascore features you never know existed before. This is it here, 5 hidden Sofascore tips to win more bets. And here we have explained some of the tips and strategies as well as some features of Sofascore you never knew existed before. We have explained everything here. You want to make sure to watch this video tutorial to the end to see some of the features and learn some tips and tricks we have shared here to use it at your advantage. These are some of the tutorials you can watch for free. There are many more, so long as you move more across our channel here and find a lot of tutorials that is going to benefit you. So that being said, let's look at the first game we have to share with you today. Looking at the first event, we are looking here in the Brazil women. That is in the Brazil women. We are looking at Corinthian women against Grêmio women. In this event, the performance of the home Corinthian have proved to be very offensive. For example, they had a game with Palmeiras women, as you can see. They have a game with Cruzeiro women, where their performance have proved to score goals. For example, here, looking at that of its opponent on the away team, you're going to see that they had also a game with Cruzeiro, as you can see, scoring 3 goals and Cruzeiro scoring 4. Of course, this same Cruzeiro also had a game with the home team, as you can see here, and you can see that the home team beat it 1-0. If Cruzeiro was able to beat this Grêmio up till 4 goals, then there is still the possibility of Corinthians to also score more goal probability against this team here, which is Cruzeiro, and as you can see here, against Grêmio. So Cruzeiro beat it 4-3, but the home team was able to beat Cruzeiro 1-0, meaning that there's still a possibility of goals to occur here. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent events they have had, comparing the form of the home and the away, you're going to see that the performance of the home sits here in the 6th position. They have recently have 3 games, 2 wins have been recorded. They have scored up to 11, conceding 2, to tell us that the offense is very good. This is an average goal score rate of at least 3 goals or more in each event. Of course, looking at that of its opponent in terms of the performance they have had at the away, you're going to see that Grêmio here sit on the 11th position. They are also good at scoring. They have had 3 games played, scoring 6, conceding 7. The defensive line is not very tight, and the offense is also good. And these two are coming to meet for this gameplay. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, there is the possibility of goals. So we want to look at 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. So 1.5 is our major pick. We might also want to look at the possibility of the home team to lead in full time. But of course, goal probability is our best here. At least 1.5 goal in full time. Looking at the next, we looked here in the Germany Oberliga Mittelrhein. Here we're looking at Teutonia Weiden against Bona in this event. The home Teutonia have proved to concede very much. They have a defensive line that is very good, conceding 3, 5, 5, 4 in each event. The defensive line is very weak. They concede too much number of goals. But comparing to that of the away team, Bona, on the other hand, they have proved to be very good in offense, scoring 3, scoring 5, scoring 2, scoring 4. In the recent gameplay they have had, scoring 6. The offense is very good. They are coming to meet for this particular gameplay tournament. And looking at the form comparison, the home have proved that the defensive line is not very good. You can see they sit right here in the 15th position. They've had 5 games played, scoring 10, but they have conceded up to 18. The defensive line is not good, but the offense is at least better. If you look at that of the away Bona, on the other hand, they have proved that they are the one toppling this table. They are sitting on the first place. They've had 5 games played recently with 4 leads. They have scored 20 goals, conceding 5. The offensive trend is very high, at least an average of 4 goals per each event, and they are coming to meet the home team. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the way Bona have proved to be very offensive, and the fact that the home team concede very much with a weak defensive line, we look at the away to lead as one of the major picks. We also want to look at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we look at China in the Super League. We're looking at Shandong Taishan against Qingdao Hanui. In this event, of course, we have checked everything, and everything points more to the performance of corner kick probability, especially for the home team, Shandong Taishan. We are going to share some of the stats with you to back it up with this stat. Of course, looking at some of the events recently played by Shandong Taishan, especially at home, they have proved to score high amount of corners. For example, looking at the first event they had at home against Shanghai Shehua, they proved that the number of corner kicks they score here was high, scoring 8 corner kicks in this event, which is really high. Looking at the next game played, which they had as a comparison, they recently had a game against another opponent here where they still play at home, but this time they had a game against Shenzhen Xinpicheng, and of course they played again at home, and the number of corner kick they scored here was 7. In the first was 8, this one now is 7. And looking at another comparison again to back it up, you're going to see that they still have another event, this same here, with another opponent. This time they had a game with this opponent called Cheng Du Roncheng. This time, of course, the number of corner kicks they scored here had a number of 6. That is 6, 7, and 8, as we have shared. And now looking at the last one to confirm this trend of corners where they score high amount of corner kicks is the game they just recently had with this opponent Dilian Yingbo. In this game played, of course, to prove they scored here 5 corners, and comparing 5, 6, 8, and 7, and looking at the average, of course, we are looking at the home to have between 2 to 5 and even 6 corner kick in this event in full time. The reason why we even want to go more for it is because its opponent, as you can see, based on this given gameplay, as you can see here, concede too much number of goals. The opponent concede as much, and we are going to see some of the event to back it up. And looking at the first event to back it up for the fact that its opponent, the way concede high amount of corners, is the first game here they recently had when they were at away with Henan Shenkan Longmen. Of course, at away, you're going to see that they conceded high amount of corners, which here, of course, you can see the number of corners they conceded here was up to 5, as you can see here, but they scored just 1, but they concede 5, to prove that they are good at conceding. But of course, we'll share another one here, which proved that they had a game with Shanghai Shehua. Of course, this time they conceded up to 13 corners, but they scored only 3. Of course, you can see it to prove that they are very good at conceding. Looking at another one they had against Yunnan Yukun, they still concede a good amount of corner kick, which is 8, but they do score just 4. To tell us that for this game tournament, which we are looking at, that is Shandong Taishan against Qingdao, they will concede more in corners, but the home score more. So we look at the home to have between 2 to 5 corner kick in full time. Therefore, you can go for 2.5 corner kick for the home team in full time, or 3.5 corner kicks for the home team in full time. This is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next pick, we looked at Belgium in the Jupiter Pro League. Here we are looking at Club Brugge against Gent. For this event, the performance of the home Club Brugge have proved to be better as compared to the away, but we have 2 events we want to compare their strengths. First, the home team Club Brugge had a game against Anderlecht, they beat it 2-0. They also had a game against Genk, they beat it 1-0. This same Genk and Anderlecht have also recently had game with the away team, but they record huge amount of loss. For example, against Anderlecht, they had a loss 5-0. Against Genk, as you can see, Genk, which is Jenk, they had a loss 4-0. You can see the home team was able to beat Genk, and they were also able to beat Anderlecht, but the away had a huge loss against it, to prove that there is the possibility of the home to lead against Gent. They want to also look at the strength comparison performance between these two, the recent form they have had. We're going to see that performance of the recent event they have had. The home team, Club Brugge, sits on the 2nd position. They have just recently had 3 games played, 2 leads. They have scored 3, conceding 1. Of course, if we compare that of the away team, you're going to see that it is not as great as compared to that of the home. They sit on the last place. They have had 3 games, scoring only 1, but they have conceded 9. To tell us that the defensive line is not strong, the home will therefore want to take advantage of this weak defensive line, and as a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead in full time as one of the major picks. We also want to look at least the possibility of 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time, or 2 goals over. It's our major pick for this event. Looking at the next event, we look at Germany in the Women Cup. We're looking at Bayern Munich women against Werder Bremen women. In this event, of course, the performance of Bayern Munich women have proved to be more offensive as compared to Werder Bremen. We have some 2 events we want to compare here. First, Bayern Munich had a game against Freiburg. They beat it 3-1. They also had a game against Bayer Leverkusen. They beat it 2-0. Of course, this same Leverkusen have also had game with Werder Bremen, where they registered a huge amount of loss. You can see recently against Leverkusen, they registered 6-0 loss. If Bayern Munich is able to beat Leverkusen here, as you can see, 2-0, but Leverkusen beat the away 6, then there is still a possible chance of many goal probability here as 1.5 or 2 goals over. Of course, there is still a possible chance also of Bayern Munich to lead. And looking at everything in place here, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we'll look at least the possibility of 1.5 going full time or 2 goals over. And these are the top 5 games we have to share with you for free. And to those of you who want to access all the remaining part of the game, just like this we have shared, then of course you want to make sure that you join the membership package plan to have access to members only match prediction picks from the home tab of this channel. We have all game predictions we share to members only in terms of corner kicks, and also bet slip tickets, which we share between 1 to 2 bet slip tickets with better odds or safety events, which you can use for the advantage, and also using the live strategy to follow the event live to make more win tickets. Of course, to those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You want to make sure to go to that link, subscribe, and become a member. We'll navigate the link and become a member of the member, that is level 2 pro membership package plan or level 3 master plan, to start having access to all our handpick events to take your win into the next height. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.